After you make stylized figures, the only obvious direction to go is stylized plushies. Yeah, no background for this one, let's just get into it. Funko's FNaF plushies work to emulate the actual in-game plushies from the FNaF series, as seen most prominently in the mobile ports for FNaF 1 and FNaF 2's Custom Night. So they're all sitting down, have these stubby little legs, and bulbous eyes. Well, they did for a while, at least. This was an idea originally done by Sanshee. Now, am I saying that Funko ripped off Sanshee? No, of course not. I'm saying that they both had the same idea, and one of them did it much better. Now, will I ever cover Sanshee's FNaF wave? Maybe one day? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Prize Corner, the FNaF merch review show that... Oh, leave me alone, Marionette. What's the point of reviewing the stupid Funko plush wave? I'm just gonna end up repeating myself again. The last Funko review was a disaster, so I'm done. I don't even have all the plushies since the exclusive ones are so rare, so it'll be extra boring. So no review, go home. Look, Marionette, I already said no. Man, I remember when these things first came out. Sanshee was so cool and of course did the concept better, but the idea of walking into a store and just being able to buy something that was a part of the games, that was a huge moment for me. Oh, but you probably don't want to hear about that, right? Oh, I guess I'm not doing the review, so might as well. The tag here is nothing special, which is one of the main reasons why I got rid of all of mine. But the large image of withered Freddy taking up the entire space is very strange. But I'm sure you knew that already. Wow, I have like nothing to say about the background of these plushies. That's very different than what I'm used to. I mean, did you see the last video's intro? Freddy here looks great. When comparing him to the in-game plushies based on, it's almost identical. But of course, this goes for all of them. The Funko plushies do seem a lot skinnier. Like, it genuinely looks like they just slightly squished him. And while I do wish they were a little bit bigger, I feel like this is for the best. I mean, have you seen the in-game plushies? They have tiny heads and giant bodies. But I guess I'd prefer what Sanshee did and just make these a bit bigger. I am grateful about the small size since that means the price can stay nice and reasonable, but like $5 bigger would have been nice. And maybe make them fatter. Like, why is he so tall? It's kind of hit or miss, but I really like Freddy's head shape. Like, he just looks so cute. He is a round and dopey looking. It honestly fits him really well. Same with his giant plastic nose. This thing is monstrous in a good way. Looking at it makes me just want to slap around to see what kind of sounds he makes. This nose can look a bit bad, but on Freddy, it works wonders. A weird difference from the game's plush is the color. You see, this Freddy is much darker than the actual animatronic, and it seems like Funko wanted to capture the look of the character rather than the plushie. A weird middle ground we'll see much more in later waves. So he is almost the exact same as that plush, except for being a more accurate color than the actual toy it's based on. In the game, the plushie's accessories seem to be made out of plastic, similar to the actual props the animatronics have. Almost like somebody shrank them down to fit a toy. But here, they obviously aren't, which, like, good. That would have been really strange, and they would never stand up. But this just isn't good. Freddy's hat and bow tie are made of this disgusting material that just feels awful in your hands. Okay, let me try to explain it. You know those weird transparent tags on pillow? Yeah, it feels like rubbing those together. Oh yeah, a few select autistic people out there just got it. I hate it so much. Even just looking at it makes me cringe. And that isn't all that's wrong with this top hat. Well, it isn't understuffed. It's actually a bit overstuffed if you ask me. The rim of the hat just doesn't work. After a pretty short amount of play, this thing just opens and rolls up and looks terrible. This is definitely my least favorite thing about this plush. And that's pretty much everything exclusive to Freddy. But there is so much more he shares with everyone. Like his ping pong ball eyes and this beautiful stitching for them. It looks so cool. The eyebrows here are just two pieces of cut fabric placed above his eyes, with only one place it's connected to. They aren't the only one to use this technique, but they are the best at it. With Sanshee, the bigger size makes the eyebrows always sag or just falling down, making them look really sad, but here, they stay up really well. And sure, some look better than others, I still think overall that these rule. This plush may be simple, but for $13, I'm not expecting much more than simple. I'll be giving the Funko Freddy plush an 8 out of 10. With this only being the first plush, I'm really excited to see how some of the more complicated designs turn out. Yeah, I have some pretty unpopular opinions on this wave. Good thing I'm not doing a video about it or I'd probably be ran off the internet.
Did someone say ran off the internet?
Ugh, I thought I banished you.
Did you really think a regular antivirus could stop me? I'm immortal, baby!
Well, you know what? I don't care. I'm not doing a review today anyway.
What? Well, then what did you just do with, huh? Oh, what's that? Oh, down in the dumps, you say? Yes, that's quite a predicament.
Did the marionette just talk to you?
No. Anyway, too bad you aren't making a video today. I was like, so excited to see you say that Bonnie was purple again. Drats.
Well, I guess I could just talk about it real quick. I actually think he's pretty cool. I mean, if you guys don't mind, of course.
Not at all. Carry on, my dear old pal.
I'm a moose. Well, anyway, comparing this guy to the in-game plush, I mean, this is pretty damn similar. The only real difference I can see is that in real life, he looks a lot more sad or maybe confused than the goofy, happy smile that he has here. And while I prefer the happier look, I can't say that this sad little guy hasn't grown on me. It's kind of interesting how Freddy in-game looks sad, yet Funko gave him a smile. Weird subliminal messaging? And of course, his one ear isn't bent down. Now, if this was a Youtooz plush, we could pose it ourselves. But no, this is a cheap Funko plush. Well, that would be nice, obviously. I actually prefer this to it being forever in this position. Honestly, the ears being up give me a little more leeway for creativity than the constant, huh? Huh? What? Like I said, other than that, this guy is identical. The colors may be a little too purple.
Hello?
But this is close, and honestly, it looks very nice on him. I really like how the lighter color on the bottoms of their feet look. It's so cute. The red bow tie looks great, and for some reason, it's a lot bigger than Freddy's. And his eye color is a little too pink for my liking. But who cares, because this color is exactly the same as the plush. Yeah, the in-game plush had bright pink eyes. And Funko actually matched that instead of just following in the figure's lead and being wrong. I am convinced that Scott only let Funko use reference images for the plushies and forbid them from seeing any other model. How are these made by the same company? Speaking of inaccuracies, Bonnie has a classic bunny cottontail. Steel wool, you are my last chance. Make this canon, please. I don't care what anyone says. This tail is adorable and I'm obsessed with it. Oh, wow, you could tell how much I love this plush. That tail is looking kinda yellow. Well, that and the nose being chewed on. Thanks, Kelly. Oh, right, spoiler alert. I adore this plush. Yeah, I know he can look kinda bad, but the one I have is perfect. And that's why I'll never replace him. If he even looked slightly different, it would not be the same to me. You may or may not know, but I have a deep personal connection to this plush toy because of a series that I made featuring him as one of the main characters. It was a huge passion project for me, and whenever I look over at him on my shelf, I can't help but feel nostalgic. He means the world to me. For admittedly very biased reasons, Bonnie will be getting a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I love him so much. And even ignoring my own personal attachment, he is just so perfect. People are way too harsh on this wave. Sure, some of these plushies can look kinda Funko. I mean funky. But when you get the right one, it can be special. And I'm sure that nothing in the next few minutes will make me think otherwise. You know what? That did make me feel better. Thanks, guys.
Yep. No problem. Buddy.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, nothing. I just have to sit here and listen to you praise Funko for a minute and not say anything at all. Not even when you give Bonnie a I can't even repeat it. It's so fucking silly.
Oh, calm down. It's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah? Well, do you want to hear my opinion? That's what I thought. Ugh, at least not even you can mess up shitting on plush Chica.
You want me to talk about another plush? I mean, at this point, it's like I'm still making the video. Wait.
Hey, look! Pissed off bald-ass Chica! Now speak, boy, speak!
I mean, what is there to say that hasn't already been said? The other plushies are so accurate, and sure, it's hard to mess up Freddy and Bonnie plushies, but even Foxy looked just like the game, so What did the actual fuck happened here? Usually this is where I'd compare and contrast the plush to the original, but this is literally just a new design. It looks nothing like the game. She is really pissed off for some reason. What part of Chica made you think, yeah, she would want to kick babies? Bro is the baby. Her head is a balloon that was inflated far too much, making her eyes almost on separate sides of it. We aren't even done with her face. Her beak is literally just an orange mound. What is this? Not even nostrils? Really? And on her head, well, usually she has this 4-leaf clover design, which I've always hated. It's flat and feels so weird. And I have no idea where mine went, as the connection is just awful. Bald head ass. Her bib is tiny and it feels like the same tag she has on her butt. The front text is flimsy and hard, and given a few years of play, I could see it cracking really easily. The strap doesn't even go all around her head, it just got absorbed into her neck fat and re-emerged on the back. So fucking weird. What is even the point? Like, why is the bib even like this? It's such an easy fix, just give it more mass. Make it bigger. It looks like it's made out of plastic. But of course, the biggest problem with the plush and almost all of Funko's terrible Chica merch, as well as presumably the main reason she even looks this different in the first place, no cupcake. She looks bare and plain without it. Her design is so simple, you really couldn't have afforded a little extra fabric. And I think that leaving it out made the designers scramble to make something their own instead of doing exactly what they did with the other 4 plushies. For some fucking reason. Contrary to popular belief, this plush isn't completely horrible, just mostly. But I actually think it gets a few very small things right. The eye color is a little dark, but it's actually purple, unlike the figure. It looks so pretty. And while her feet being orange is inaccurate, as the original plushie had yellow feet, I mean, this is obviously way better. It looks way more natural, even if the orange is a bit too pale and I kind of don't like it anyway. Funko's Chica merch has been constant disappointment after disappointment. And also the figure. And this plush is the worst of it, being the face of poorly made FNaF merch for years. That being said, so I actually kinda don't hate it.
What?
Don't get me wrong, this right here sucks. And I'll never say that it doesn't, but I can't help but find her so charming, especially after all these years of looking at her. She's definitely what I would consider so bad it's good. And by good, I mean really funny. Why is she so mad? I had this series back on my old channel called Fruby and Friends. It was this really shitty MS Paint animated story I made with an old friend of mine. It's really bad, but as my first real story I wrote and produced, it still means a lot to me. And when I characterize these animatronics for a video, I still use my old personalities to this day, albeit tweaked a bit.
This better be going somewhere because I am still very upset and desperately holding myself back.
Chica in those old videos was rude and sarcastic and just hated everyone. And the reason I made Chica this way was because of this plush. I wanted to use it in plush videos to represent her, but she just looks so fucking pissed off all the time. So I just made her even more of an asshole. And she is still like that today. Check Shed Shocked. What I'm saying is, yes, this plush sucks and it's ugly and I'm not happy with it nowadays. But you know what? I feel the same way about Fruby and Friends. But it means a lot to me. Just like how this ugly ass stupid piece of $13 yellow and orange garbage formed into the extremely vague shape of Chica also means a lot to me. I mean, she still gets a 2 out of 10, even I can't justify anything more. But you know what? So is Fruby and Friends, so whatever.
Oh hey, and so is Prize Corner.
Yeah. Hey, wait a darn second! I'm sure you didn't know this, but Funko has actually fixed their Chica plush. The new base for alts like Liberty Chica and Tie-Dye Chica look completely different. Her face is like normal. I still think it looks a little bit too much like Toy Chica, but it is undeniable that her beak and feathers and eyes and lack of pissed offedness look so much better. Hey, guess what? They will never make a new Chica plush using this updated model. Never, ever. Funko, I'm so tired.
Yep, that all makes perfect sense.
Really? Wow, I'm shocked.
Uh-huh. Just a perfectly normal, totally non-biased review of the worst plush ever released. Yep, I'm totally content with this.
You know, I hear the words you're saying, but with your tone, I kind of find that hard to believe.
You stupid little Canadian Luigi ripoff, 2 out of 10. I mean, at least you weren't brain dead enough to give her a 7 like Nutcracker Foxy. Oh yeah, I caught up on season 1. But even that is too nice. You'll do anything to go against the common consensus that I'm personally offended. What, do I smell that or something? That piece of crap needs a 0. You'll give Monty a 1, but Funko Chica a 2? Are you insane? You are corrupting all the similarly brainless kids watching this at home with your ass backwards Frubian friends teaching nostalgic opinions. You are so dumb that Marionette had to trick you into talking about plushies by pretending to be your friend. Oops.
Wait, what?
Ignore all that. Funko Chica, that's at least a 3 or no, a 4. No, I can't even lie. I can't. It's too heinous.
CC, can I call you that, CC?
No.
CC, did you say that we are filming right now? Even though I specifically said that I wasn't going to this month?
Maybe.
Oh, unbelievable. I'm an idiot.
Oops, yeah, maybe I went a little too far that time. Hey, watch it, arts and crafters. Okay, fine, I messed up. I just got a little mad. You can't bottle up your emotions like that, okay? I was just trying to be healthy. Okay, fine. Since it is kinda my fault, but mostly yours for lying, I'll do something, okay? Well, since he usually has the exact wrong opinion, all I have to do is say the opposite of what I'm thinking, right? Okay, this'll be a piece of cake.
I'm actually really surprised at how accurate the Foxy plush is to the game. I mean, it literally has everything with only a few errors. His whole face captured every detail, including his eye patch, brows, little hair floof, plastic nose, and even that long-ass ears and head shape. This is the only merch I can think of, besides Sanshee, that bothered to give him gold teeth. I am genuinely impressed, but pretty much everything that I just mentioned also has a downside. And I know you're probably confused.
You just named everything about this plush. You have a problem with all of it?
Unfortunately, yeah. Let's go down the list. Firstly, and definitely most egregiously, his eyes. The way they designed them is by putting one eye where it would be, and then just a crappy, hardly stuffed attached piece of felt that clearly wouldn't even cover the eye if there was one. And as there isn't any actual mass here, most of the time he ends up looking like a Cyclops. And honestly, with very little effort, you too can make your own Cyclops Foxy at home. And it's kind of embarrassing. What kind of bootleg shit is this? Oh, it's official? His eyebrows are weirdly close together, like pretty much touching. His hair floof is just 2 different floofs stuck together, and mine just completely came undone, so he just has curly hair now. Stupid design choice. The plastic nose is actually really accurate to Foxy's strangely modeled dog nose, so I don't really have a problem with this. But to me, it was clearly reused from something not FNaF, but I don't really have proof for that. Either way, it looks weird. His long ass ears are nice, and the brown looks better than the darker red that the regular one has. But that just brings me to my next point. Oh my god, the colors look terrible! And the lighter shade for his accents are so much worse. He looks like he has a bad sunburn. And I hate to say that, but I just can't ignore how awful he looks like this. It's just a solid blob of red. I think I was spoiled by the figure. I'll be fair for a second. His head shape isn't too bad. It looks close enough for the price. I just prefer the in-game's much fatter head and defined side floofs more. But like I said, this isn't too bad. And yes, I even have problems with the gold tooth. I know that making this little strip of fabric golden is a little too much to ask, but like, why is it orange? Yep, my famous catchphrase. Like, there wasn't a better shade you could use? It had to be orange? Whatever. Honestly, I'm just happy it's here. But that begs the question, why is it here? Like, for 1 second, let's think about this. Why was this needed? Not the gold tooth specifically, but more so the hyper accuracy. Foxy without a hook or pants is just wrong. He looks so plain and naked. Cut to some later plushies, and oh geez, he looks so much better with these additions. So if you aren't gonna keep on track for Chica, who desperately needed the accuracy, then why do it for Foxy, who suffers a lot from just making him exact? It's a genuine shame, and because of it, this plush puts me to sleep. As you can tell, I am not a huge fan of him. Funko Foxy will be getting a 4 out of 10. For me, a 5 means that I don't hate him, but I don't love him. And while I definitely have a hard time shitting on this plush, he is quite accurate. I do definitely dislike him more, as most of the time when he isn't falling over or putting me to sleep, Gonna need the pillow pet for that one. He straight up looks like a bootleg. Even at his best, he always just looks a little off.
Holy mother of Afton, that was horrible! Is that what he has to live through every single day? I'm so sorry, Weegee. Anyway, I didn't mean any of it, I swear. A plush this close to the game can't be bad. It is literally the best. Fuck it, the only good one. Hey, I'm talking here. Okay, fine. Ugh, he still isn't over it. What a baby. What does he usually do to waste time? Oh, right. Ask the iconic age-old question, but what does Artlad think? What? He got to say like 4 times last episode. I got jealous.
I have a lot of feelings about this Foxy plush. Let's start with the negative ones. I loathe his little hairs. Even if they were properly together, the edges of them would still be this rough, scratchy material that I hate on fabrics. Drives me crazy. His eyebrows are brown and short for some reason. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the longer, thinner ones he has in game. I also think that he should be like a deeper and darker red. That way his tummy and his muscles stand out a lot more. And probably the worst thing they did with this figure is skinnyfy him. It just makes him look not as cuddly and not as game accurate. It also ruins his head shape. Honestly, it just kind of takes out some of the cuteness of this plushie. I do still think he's cute though, just not as cute as he could be. I like a lot about him as well though. His plushie is pretty game accurate besides the few scrutinies I listed prior. His freckles are so cute and perfectly spot on. The fabric he's made out of is pretty soft and it feels really nice against the skin. I like the inclusion of the plastic nose, not only because it's game accurate, but also because it stands out so much against the rest of him and it kind of just brings the plush all together. I am so happy they actually included his gold tooth. I feel like it's such a notable part of Foxy that most companies don't care to include. And now what I think this plush has going for him the most, it might be kind of a cheap shot at the other plushies, but Foxy has the nostalgia. I can still remember being a younger teenager and seeing these plushes everywhere. GameStops, Walmarts, at school, at friends' houses, in the background of other people's YouTube videos. Sure, they look silly and odd, but people loved them, and I feel like they were a huge part of my life as a kid. It just holds such a special place in my heart and it reminds me of childhood. And maybe that's not fair to other FNaF merch to hold nostalgia over their heads, but I think that's one of the big things that makes this Foxy plush what he is. That being said, I'm going to be giving him a 7 out of 10. I adore this little guy, and I think he was such a good stepping stone for FNaF merch that was to come.
Huh, so you're both idiots. Got it.
Excuse me?
Oh, I'm just saying that you and your dumbass husband are nostalgia-baiting idiots. At least he owned the plushie.
Look. Disembodied YouTube video playing over Weegee's monitor? I don't appreciate you being a dick, so cut it out.
Oh no, I'm so scared. If the moose is a pushover, why would I be scared of the little fluffy bunny? Yeah, funny. Oh my god, my own humor is dethroned by the one I knew least.
So, who is this guy? And where's Weegee?
Wait, Artlad, what are you doing out of your regularly scheduled segment?
Well, after I finished, you weren't here, and a nerd on YouTube called me an idiot.
Yeah, he does that.
Wait, what? What does he mean you're quitting?
Can everyone understand him except me?
Weegee, you can't just quit because it's hard. You need to pull through, or you'll never reach the highs that I know you care about. I know you can see them.
But I can't do it anymore. I just can't talk about Bonnie for the 10th time in a row. You don't understand. You only have to review one of them.
Oh, shut up. You act like you're commenting on a tragedy. But with that Chica design, you basically are. I just. You need to shut up and do what you clearly enjoy doing.
Ugh, just go away already.
No, he's right.
What?
You just sat here and reviewed Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, and you did it so easily and naturally because you didn't know you were doing it for a video. And you had fun, right?
Well, I mean...
Oh, yes, he did. I didn't even interrupt him once because I pity him.
You called me brain dead. And Canadian.
What?
Never mind that. You had fun. You enjoy talking, just like I do. And sure, it might be tough now, but once you are actually done with all of this, you can do anything you want. Talk about balloon suckers for all I care.
That's a really good point, actually. You know what? I'll do it. I'll finish the review.
Yay!
Congrats on doing the one thing you made this series to do.
Will you shut up?
Make me. Ah, I'm sorry.
Where were you for the Youtooz plush review?
Here, talking about Bonnie.
I'm actually really surprised at how accurate the Foxy plush is to the game. I mean, it literally has everything.
Sorry, did it already.
But it's my review.
Doesn't matter. I copied your voice and shitty opinions flawlessly. No point in wasting your viewers' time any more than usual.
That's it.
Oh, fuck. Ow. Oh, God, leave me alone.
So,
I need this monitor to annoy people.
Do I just move on? Well, who's left? Oh, right. Funtime Foxy. So, why Funtime Foxy exactly? It seems completely random, and if this was a review of the FNaF 4 figures, I'd 100% agree. But think about it for a moment. This set is entirely based on in-game plushies. All of them, ignoring Chica,
I often do.
are directly based on in-game plushies. So, besides Funtime Foxy and FNaF 4's Halloween update, who else even had a plush from the original 4 games? Well, Golden Freddy, who is actually covered in one of the exclusives I won't even be thinking about as they're all hundreds of dollars now. But aside from that, nothing. The Funtime Foxy plush appears in the closet after you fend off Nightmare Mangle, as that is the same thing that happens with Nightmare Foxy. But of course, not having a plush before this, one had to be made. So Scott just recolored Foxy to be white and pink. Yeah, a real Funko move there. And if they had copied this plush 1 for 1, just like the others, this would look terrible. Just like how Foxy failed to capture his animatronics charm being so focused on accuracy. But luckily for us, Funko made some changes. And they make the plush 10 times better because of it? You see, Funko's had a bit of a problem with this in the past. Make it as close as possible, bland plush that doesn't stand out from the competition. Okay, well, how about a new original design? Okay, maybe just go back to the direct adaptations. But I believe that this is where they peaked, covering almost every aspect of him that I would want them to, with the most important being no eye patch. Thank God, what was Scott thinking? The tiny little toy-style cheeks are adorable, and no printing to be found. The ears are much more fitting of Funtime Foxy, and the large pink insides look so cool. The eye rings are really hit or miss, but I think they look great on her, and are obviously fitting. And while I think the lashes are adorable, the lowered lids make her more like a sassy diva than a happy-go-lucky fox that they are. But to me, that's a small thing. She still looks so cute. This is all so weird to see. It's like a later design mixed with a Wave 1 plush, and I kinda love it. And of course, no eyebrows! Yes! I know most World Funtime Foxy merch removed them, but after all I've been through with Lolbit, it's hard to imagine Funko caring about the little details like that. Now, of course, there's a lot more to say about him, but from now on, my feelings are a little more mixed, but just a tad. For example, the bottom of her nub limbs are gray, and while I would have much preferred them to stay pink, I think that they actually kind of work, helping the design to not be overly pink, you know? Yeah, what a weird change to make, huh? Now, I have obviously been comparing this plush to FNaF World Funtime Foxy, but I'm not sure if this is exactly what she's based on. Like, no hook is understandable, but no tail? Really? I think that they took the regular FNaF 4 plush and then made a few changes based on FNaF World. I think it's a pretty good representation of him, but I obviously think it could have been better. And now for the most controversial thing about this plush for some reason, and the main reason people hate it, they replaced her teeth with lipstick, but I think they forgot the stick part. Using the eyebrows of the other animatronics to represent his makeup was a bad idea, as Funtime Foxy just has a straight up tongue. But oh my god, it's so cute and I love it so much. I have no goddamn clue why people hate this thing. Sure, it isn't accurate, but have you seen the plush it's on? Yeah, I don't think that matters. It's cute and funny and helps her stand out among her friends even more. But to be fair, Plushie's doing a mlem is a much more modern thing. I guess he was just ahead of her time. No, but seriously, people fucking hate this thing on the same level as Chica, and I do not get it. How is she even that bad? Is it really all just the tongue? But personally, I see him as the highlight of this wave, and a 9 out of 10. She is perfect, really only being held by the simple things Foxy was. But if Sanshee made this exact plush the same way it is now, that would be the easiest 10 out of 10 of my life. I'm gonna be honest, I felt a little drained after reviewing the same 4 characters over and over again with the occasional Springtrap break, and it was getting really draining. But you see, Funtime Foxy is my light at the end of the tunnel. If I can't get through the most boring and lamest plushies and I give up too early, then I'll never get to my next Funtime Foxy, and that would be a real tragedy. Funko's Wave 1 FNaF plushies really aren't anything all that special, but to me and all the other kids who grew up with these as their only representation of these characters in plush form, they are incredibly special. This wave will be getting a 7 out of 10. And sure, most of my enjoyment with these come from a nostalgia factor, but I don't really care. As if Funko made a new Bonnie with all of their fancy new tricks, okay, it would still probably be amazing, but it wouldn't have the same heart that mine does. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry about earlier, I really wasn't feeling myself. But as you look at the updated tier list, hopefully you'll become too confused and dazed to be mad at me for abandoning you any longer. Man, this is gonna give me a headache by the end of the season, huh? Despite how it looked, this video was really fun to make. I got to interact with all my new characters as well as making a little more of a story this time. Don't worry, not every video is going to be this plot heavy, just mostly the Funko ones. I'm autistic and watch Scott the Woz, leave me alone. But join me next time for the shortest Prize Corner episode to give you a breather before the real star of the season and possibly the longest video yet.
Wait, you don't mean you don't actually plan to?
Yep, the mystery minis. See you all on the flip side. Light at the end of the tunnel.
Dude, your husband is horrifying.
What? No, he isn't. He's just a little fluffy bunny.
Yeah, sure. I'll just agree for your sake. Old-ass monitors are expensive, and I know you're broke after collecting all those mystery minis.